Welcome to the French Newfie. Today I want to make for you a classic dish from Newfoundland known as fish and brews. But there's nothing traditional about my version. I want to update it with fresh ingredients. So I'm going to start off with a red onion. And traditional fish and brews is served with pork scrunchions. And what scrunchions are salted pork fat. And there's nothing wrong with salted pork fat, but I'm going to lighten up the dish, and my version is going to use onion and olive oil. So we'll get some olive oil into the pan. I have the pan turned on, and just a little bit of butter. Just like that. Turn that down a little bit. Perfect. We're going to move on to the red onion quickly. So I'm just going to use half of the red onion down like this. And what I like to do is have the slivers of the onion. And the way you're going to achieve that is to just move your fingers back and slits down through. Perfect. Make sure your knife is sharp. Excellent. And then you can see it will break apart into nice shards and shavings. We're going to get that right into our butter that's sizzling away. And traditional Newfoundland fish and brews uses salted cod primarily and hard tack. But what I'm going to use today is a smoked mackerel. And that's the beauty of this. You can just make it your own and use lots of different salted fish. And I'm using salted and smoked mackerel. So I'm just taking the skin off, and quickly I'm going to get that into the pan. And it doesn't need to go for very long at all because it's already cured and cooked. What we just want to do is warm the mackerel through. Look at that skin. That's beautiful. I love mackerel. They're a beautiful fish. So break it up. Get that into the pan just like so. Lovely. And move it around a little bit, just like that. We just want it to be warmed through. This is not going to take any time at all. And traditional Newfoundland fish and brews also has the other main ingredient is called hard tack. And what that is hard bread. So hard it used to be called molar breakers, and I'm using a fresher version. So what I did was I cubed up a day-old baguette and I put it back into the oven to get it extra crunchy. So this is all ready to go for my fish and brews as soon as this is ready. Move it around a little bit more. And to lighten it up again, what I want to do is add some parsley. And I like to use parsley, especially when you're using fish. But some type of a fresh herb is really nice. It's going to bring lightness to the dish. So just a rough chop down through the parsley. I like parsley to keep a little bit of its bite. You don't want to chop it too small. Just don't have any big leaves of parsley. So we're just going to put that here for now. Push that off to the side until I get the other ingredients ready. Give it another little spin. It smells so good. This is Newfoundland to me. Okay, excellent. And lemon juice and lemon zest. So I'm just gonna get this ready and cut down through the center. And I have a box grater, which I like to use for my lemon zest. So just put the box grater down, swipe it like this, maybe two, depends on how thick it is, but it's not very thick. So 1 or 2 swipes, then turn your lemon. Just like that, all the way around. Tap it off, and I'm just gonna have 1 bowl of the fish and brews. So I don't need a lot of lemon zest. Again, I'm just looking for some brightness. So get this over here to the side with my parsley. This is gonna be my topping. And now this is done. Like I said, we just want it to be warmed through. The onions are beautiful and light instead of using the pork scrunchions. I'm going to bring my bowl to the center, and what I've done earlier is just some low sodium chicken broth. I have heated up in the pan, and you want to use low sodium because there is a lot of salt content going on, but you don't need to add any salt to it. And just a low sodium or no sodium chicken broth. The reason I use chicken broth is because fish broth is just too fishy, in my opinion. And you have the mackerel, which is fishy enough. So chicken broth is what I use. And then what we're gonna do is put all of this beautiful smoked mackerel down into my low sodium chicken broth, like so. Lovely. This is gonna be so good. It's a real treat, a treat away from home. Some of the ingredients that I actually would need for traditional Newfoundland fish and brews, I can't find in the Middle East. So this is a great alternative. And now, because I want that bread, it's still gonna be crunchy because it hasn't been soaking overnight like the original hardtack. I'm just gonna take pieces of my crunchy bread and put it down inside like this. And what's gonna happen is the juice and the broth and the brews is gonna make the bread a little bit soggy on the bottom, but then when you bite into it, you're gonna get the crispy layer and crispy top of this crispy bread. And then the parsley, that's gonna brighten this whole dish up. It's gonna be beautiful. Put that around just like that. Don't forget the lemon zest. Lemon zest down. And a nice squeeze of lemon juice. So I have my little strainer here to catch any seeds. Just like this. Beautiful. And how easy was that? It was so fast and so quick. And it's a very fresh version of traditional Newfoundland and Labrador fish and brews. I hope that you give it a try.